Good day, folks. The Pro Audio Journalist here. Please like and subscribe, and I thank you for your support. I have some great videos coming. Today we are discussing how to achieve the Slash guitar tones on his solo records. It's pretty hard to deny that Eric Valentine rose to the occasion when getting guitar sounds for arguably one of the greatest guitar players of all time. The plush and punchy sonic landscape of these albums definitely puts them in the timeless category. I just don't believe it would have turned out so epic if another producer was involved. Just moments of musical brilliance met with a magical producer. Eric's approach to capturing these sounds is rather simplistic. However, I believe it's his EQ choices on individual microphone signals that makes these tones totally unique. Eric used a trusted Shure SM57, Sennheiser 421 and Royer 121 ribbon microphone to capture the rhythm parts. Each mic was placed on a different speaker, very close to the center of the speaker, I assume trying to get the capsules approximately the same distance from the source for phase coherence. The ribbon microphone being an innately dark microphone, it was placed directly center of the speaker, over the dust cap to pick up more of the high frequency content. The blended mics were then sent to a Blue Stripe 1176, I believe mainly for box tone and only just kissing the meter a couple of dB gain reduction. I believe Eric would not have liked the compressor ducking or pumping on Slash's guitar sounds. The secret to this tone is that Eric EQ'd each mic individually while blending the mics before they were sent to the compressor. He stated in a Sound on Sound video that I will link below that the 121 was EQ'd with a low-end boost of 80 Hz. The specifics of these EQ moves are unknown, but I believe the 80 Hz boost is a shelf to preserve the natural roll-off of the instrument, but I could be wrong. The Sennheiser 421 is EQ'd with a mid-range boost and high shelf. I believe it's a 1.5 kHz mid-range boost and a 10 kHz high shelf. The SM57 is a mid-range boost, which I believe is a 3 kHz bell. It's pretty obvious that the Appetite for Destruction and Use Your Illusion guitars are a 3 kHz bell boost, so I believe Eric would have incorporated this as it's what Slash is used to hearing. Eric put his own spin on things very tastefully. The million-dollar question are the specifics of these EQ moves. My advice is make every mic sound great, keeping in mind the character and EQ moves on the other mics. There was also a C12A large diaphragm condenser used, a couple of feet from the cab, on a mic robot. Eric remarked that this mic position was set at a point where all speakers convened naturally. The mic was used for lead guitar sections to provide space and different tonality. I imagine it was very slightly blended in on some rhythm parts for a bit of glue too, but I could be wrong. Eric remarked that he boosted some lows and highs on this mic for a fuller sound. An attribute of this tone is that the Marshall is run at extreme volume settings where the power section of the amp starts to saturate and compress the signal. Couple this with the saturation and distortion characteristics of the Blue Stripe 1176 and you have a really vibey tone. I believe on one record, Eric Valentine used EMI preamps of the console he was using, and I believe the second record, Eric had his Undertone audio console, so the preamps in that would have been used. Okay, I really hope this helps you guys, and hopefully you're not just putting a 57 on a cab and calling it a day, unless you have no choice. Blend some mics and EQ them to create something unique. That's all from me, folks. Please like and subscribe. I have some really cool reviews coming and a couple of controversial shootouts. I'm the Pro Audio Journalist. I'll see you in the next one.